everyone, I'm Miss Hu, your physics teacher. In this video, I'm going to go through with you the Van der Graaf generator as well as the gold leaf electroscope. Now, I will be doing a voiceover, and the reason for this is because the original audio that accompanies the video that was being taken sounds really terrible. It's so awful and uncomfortable to hear. But rather than retake the entire video, I decided to do just a voiceover in this case. So what we're looking at over here is the Van der Graaf generator. As you can see, the Van der Graaf generator has a metal sphere on the top, which is where the charges would accumulate. The charges are formed from this black conveyor belt that's inside the Van der Graaf generator, and the charges are produced through friction, which means that the conveyor belt, when turned on, would be running, and the charges would accumulate on the metal sphere on the top. Now, this Van der Graaf generator also comes with a little magic wand like this. So now, I'm switching on the Van der Graaf generator, and it's pretty noisy because that's the conveyor belt running. And when we place the wand near the metal sphere, you can see that charges are being accumulated, and the charges are jumping from one metal sphere to another. Now, let's take a look at the gold leaf electroscope. So the gold leaf electroscope has a metal disc on the top, and this metal disc is where we normally would bring the items to test. That means if we want to test whether the item has a charge or not, we bring it to the metal disc right on top here. Inside the electroscope, there is a fixed metal strip, and attached to it is a piece of gold foil. Now, the reason why we use gold is not because we want to be fancy, but because gold is one of the best electrical conductors. It has so little resistance that it's very easy for the electrons to flow, or in other words, very easy for the charges to flow. So what happens is if there are charges, both the metal strip and the gold foil will gain the same charge, causing the gold foil to repel away from the fixed metal strip. So that's why we have one fixed metal strip which doesn't move, whereas the piece of gold foil is very thin and it moves very, very easily. In order to observe the deflection of the gold foil, deflection here meaning the angle with which the gold foil would move away from the metal strip, you can see there's a black piece of plastic over here with angles marked on it. So this is kind of like a built-in protractor where we can measure the angle with which the gold foil is deflecting. Now, switching on the Van der Graaf generator in order to produce charge, we bring the wand close to the metal disc. And because the Van der Graaf generator is generating so much charge, you can see how when the wand is brought near the disc, it causes the gold foil to deflect just like this. So this proves to us that the Van der Graaf generator is producing a lot of charges. This video helpful in understanding a little bit more about physics lab apparatus. So don't forget to like and subscribe for more physics videos from your physics teacher, Miss Ho.